Welcome to Empowerment. I'm Dr. Perdita, and today I have a great exclusive interview with Adana. And we're going to be talking today about Micheal Jordan's alleged son. Adana has been friends with Pamela Smith for many years, and so we're going to dig deep and talk about what her experience has been. And hi, Adana. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Glad to be here.
Now tell me a little bit about Pamela. How long have you known her?
I've known Pamela for over 25 years. We met at flight attendant training in Dallas, Texas in 1987.
Wow, 1987?
Yes,
so that's
long.
many years ago.
Yes.
Well, now when you met Pam in 87, of course, today you are still friends with Pam.
Yes, we are.
And within that time frame of you meeting Pam, it's alleged that she had relations with Micheal Jordan. Now, have you, do you know or have you actually met Micheal Jordan personally?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and what was the relationship that Micheal Jordan had with Pam?
They started off dating. He was not married at the time. It was in the early, well, actually the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
And we were based in Chicago. Pam and I were based there for 7 years together, and then she initially stayed there. And during that time period, I did encounter him while they were dating. I was a visitor in one of the first homes that he had purchased,
okay.
And they had a regular relationship as a man and a woman, but being a superstar.
Yes.
He was not the Micheal Jordan that we know now, but he was well on his way.
Okay, wonderful. So you've been in one of his homes.
Yes.
And Pam and Mike actually had a relationship.
Yes, they did.
And so within that relationship, now we know that Micheal Jordan was married in the 90s, and so he was actually dating Pam prior to that.
Yes.
And so therefore, the alleged son that they're talking about, what is your view on that? Do you believe that this could be Micheal Jordan's son?
Yes, it could be.
Okay.
I believe so anyway.
You believe that it could be.
Mm-hmm.
And so do you know of any time that Micheal Jordan has actually spent with Pam since she has had a son?
No, I don't know of any time that he has spent with her since she's had Grant, no.
Okay, so you don't know of any time of that.
Mm-hmm.
When is the last time that you've actually talked to Pam?
Last week.
Okay,
we
last
spoke on
week?
the phone, yes.
And how about, now they have pictures that show Grant with Micheal Jordan. Do you know of Grant ever actually being in the company of Micheal Jordan?
Yes, I do. I do know that they met, I don't know more than once, but I know initially they met once. I think it was at some golf affair that he was hosting or sponsoring.
Okay, so so Micheal has met his alleged son. And what would you really say about Grant? Because from what I know, you are Grant's godmother.
Yes, I am.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So you have known Pam even before she was pregnant with Grant.
Yes.
And what would you say Grant's feelings of this is?
Well, I think he is very interested in finding out for sure if Micheal Jordan is his father. And I think that is one of the reasons why at this time the whole initial case just came about. He did make a YouTube video in December with the claim or the hope that Micheal Jordan would respond. And to my knowledge, he did not.
Okay. Now, every child, I believe everybody wants to know their biological parent. They really do. And one of the biggest questions that everybody's asking, and I think it is due, why would Pam wait so many years before she actually brings a paternal suit against Micheal Jordan?
Well, I don't think Pam would have ever brought a suit against Micheal Jordan. But after Grant kind of reached out to him in that video in December,
Yes.
as a mother, I'm sure she needed to back up her son's claims that he could
Yes.
possibly be his father.
Yes, and I, you know, as a mother myself, I think that I would have backed my son up as well. I would have backed my son up because that's really important that he knows his biological father. Now, let me ask you this: with it, during this time, because Grant is 16,
Yes, he
and
is.
you were friends with Pam during this whole time of Grant being born, and do you has Pam ever said anything to you in regards to Micheal Jordan being the father before now?
Yes.
Okay, and how
Yes.
long ago was that?
That was various times throughout our friendship.
Okay, was it during the beginning of his birth, later on in his birth? How did she actually feel about this?
I think since Grant has been born, there's always been that thought or possibility in the back of her mind that he could have fathered Grant.
Okay, but now she never brought it out. Why wouldn't she bring this out years ago? Because Micheal Jordan, he has a lot to offer financially.
Well, that is true, but Pam has always been independent. She's always been financially able to take care of herself and her son. She's an entrepreneur. She's had many businesses. She's had real estate holdings in the Atlanta area, commercial and residential. She is a business owner. She owns eyelash extension company down there. She's done a lot of things, and also she's always continued to fly.
So Pam is not what they're making her out to be. So she's just not a gold digger. She's just not after Micheal Jordan for his money. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely not. She is not. Because as you said a little while ago, if that was the case, she could have brought or came out with these allegations within any time before now, within those 16 years of Grant being born.
Yes, yes. Well, I just, now that is, I believe, one of the biggest questions, because I've heard some things, and I think that this interview is really needed because people need to know who Pam is. They need to know who she is. They need to hear what you're saying, because this is vital to know that she was a business owner. She was not just any woman that he met. He did date her for some extensive time. Is that correct?
Yes, they did date, and she is definitely not a gold digger. If that, using that terminology, she is not just doing this to try to get money. That's ridiculous, a ridiculous claim. I think she is doing it for the sole purpose of her son, and his claim, as I once said, of wanting to know if Micheal Jordan is his dad.
Yes, and I think that's due to him.
Yes.
That is due to her son to know who his real father is. Now, I know Pam was married for quite some time.
Yes, she was.
And do you know anything in regards to her ex-husband? Have you ever met him?
Yes, I have met her ex-husband. I have met him. I have been around both of them. And unfortunately, things did not work out. But that has nothing to do with these claims or these allegations of Grant being fathered by Micheal Jordan.
Now, the ex-husband states that he felt that Grant was his son. And so what do you think about that?
Well, that I don't know. I don't know the relationship as far as Grant and her ex-husband. I do not know. I don't know the ins and outs of that. And I do believe, though, that if Grant thought of him as a father, I don't think he would be reaching out so much to find someone else to fulfill that role.
Yes, yes. And I believe that everyone, and there's so many children that don't know who their fathers are, don't know who their parents are. It is really, really important that they know who their biological parent is. Now, let me ask you this last question. Why do you feel it's really, really important for Grant to know who his biological father is?
Well, I think that all children have a natural curiosity of knowing who their biological parents are. Some kids that are adopted, they're fine. But I think everyone wants to know where they come from.
Yes.
You know, I really do. Grant, he's very athletic. He has great athletic ability. He's a top goalie in the state of Georgia. He has great musical skills. He's an up-and-coming rapper. And I really just believe that inside, he really wants to know who his father is.
Yes.
You know, for his own self-identity. I really do.
And that is important.
Yes.
And I believe that it's important that children do know who their biological parents are. And no matter what state of life they're in, they do search out to find out who really is their parent. And so, Dana, thank you so much for this interview. I appreciate you for coming. And I believe that this alone will say that this child is looking for who his biological father is. And he is due, all right, to find out. And so I want you to stay tuned. We have more coming up, and we're going to really dig deep and dig into the children in America that have struggled with knowing who their biological parents are. There's so many children that are in foster care, children that are reaching out that want to know, hey, where'd I come from? Why'd this happen? And I believe that parents should stand up for whatever they've done in the past. And just as this situation, stand up. You dated her, stand up and do what's right. And a test should not put you out there to have to fuss and fight about taking a test. Take the test, prove that you're not or that you are the father, and move forward in your life. Very, very important. Well, thank you so much for joining me with this exclusive interview. And I believe that as we move forward, that this will empower someone to find out where they have really come from. Hi, I'm Dr. Perdita. I am a national motivational speaker, life coach, and I am an author of 3 great empowerment books. And I have my newest release. It's called 365 Days of Empowerment. It is a journal. It will help you to start your new year off right. 2013 would be the best year you've ever had. We need to be empowered, and first and foremost, we need to empower ourselves. And my new book will really encourage your life. It is a journal. Every single day, you'll be able to jot down some things in your life that nobody else may know about, but you can actually empower yourself by dealing with any issues, any problems, anything that you need to do to push you into your destiny. So I want to encourage you to tap into 365 days of empowerment. Your life will never, ever be the same. I am telling you, once you get this book, you will find that your life will be motivated and elevated to a whole nother level in life, that you will be able to move forward with power and most of all with might. You will know who you are and what you've been called to do. This book will empower your life tremendously. And so I'm looking forward to just spending the time with you on a daily basis, that I will empower you with different days of meditation and elevation and days that will help you to move forward. So tune in next time. See you then.